So last night I had an idea, a pretty basic idea, but still an idea nonetheless. And even though I haven't been uploading as much Geoguessr to my third channel, Gene Dangus, which you can find linked in the description and channel section of my main channel, I still have been playing. It's mostly been when I've been recording, and it's in Chatguessr streams. If you guys know Chatguessr on Twitch to play along. But I figured it would be fun to every day just post my first Geoguessr game of the day, and regardless of result, just talk through the round and see what we can do. And that's what I'm going to do here. So it's going to be classic no move. I'll be allowing myself to pan and zoom, but no move, and just see what we can do. And then hopefully this will be a nice way to kind of not only get Geoguessr back on the channel, but also kind of like ready for you guys if you're interested in watching this on Twitch, and as well my third channel. So this should be Singapore. It looks very, very clean. We do have a Singapore flag. It looks quite a bit like Indonesia, but it has like this little thing on it. Whereabout in Singapore would be tough for me to say. Like, I could try and pinpoint and find Leo Drive. It's a north-south road, little side road here, off from mainly east-west road. Kind of a main street there is Capricorn Drive. I could try and pinpoint that. I don't really think it's going to matter too much. So, I mean, if Singapore is so small, I would just have to try and find some side east-west road that kind of connects to something north. But it's going to be extremely unlikely to find it. I could, given the, a severe amount of time. But, yeah, I'll probably just go somewhere. We see quite a few, like, English-sounding roads in here. So I probably would opt to go somewhere in here. Now, would I be able to find Capricorn? I'll take a quick look. So I had a decent look around, couldn't really find what I was looking for. We have Capricorn as the north-south, and what are we on? Leo. Leo Drive is off. I actually don't know what the name of the road is that we're on actively, so I guess it's whatever. But I couldn't find it, so I was just kind of looking for Capricorn, didn't see it. I'll just go ahead and click down in here. It's not right, but we'll go ahead and get some pretty good points. 11 miles away. I didn't really look in here. And would I have found it anyway? There's Capricorn. It's a pretty small road, so I think it's unlikely, but it still is pretty good points, 4,952 miles. This one's a little bit less straightforward. With a lot of these rounds, there is Google car meta. So this is the Gen 2 camera. You can tell from this kind of like halo on the top and the bottom. So that's going to be pretty common in places with this landscape like the UK, Ireland even. There's not really a lot to go off of here. I think I would just go Wales here. Don't really feel too amazing about it. But with the landscape, I think Wales kind of fits. I could be totally off, and that's why these could kind of be like, fun games. It is the UK, so we do get points. Ended up being Scotland instead. We only get 4,000 points. Double yellow line, double middle yellow line here is going to be pretty typical in the Americas. My first thought was Peru here, given the landscape. I could see Bolivia too. We do have white car, which is going to be, you can see that in Chile, which is going to be super rare with yellow lines. You see it in Bolivia, do see it in Peru. So we're on the right track there. So I pretty much have to say, I have to narrow it down between Peru and Bolivia. I would say it's kind of tough for me to differentiate here. I don't know, it's very red. I wouldn't say that these kind of like houses, clay type brick, I wouldn't say those are especially typical of either, to my knowledge. I'm sure a better player would know. Sun is very confidently, very clearly in the north, which would put us in the southern hemisphere. Still doesn't really help me narrow down between Peru and Bolivia. I would say, where is it if it's Peru? It could be a lot of different places. If it's Bolivia, it's most likely in like this area, I would say. A little bit difficult for me for sure. I'm going to go Bolivia near Peru. And that way, if we're still wrong, we'll be close enough. And it does end up being Bolivia, so we do get the right country. A little bit of a difficult round there. It was, the area that I said it could be. Just didn't confidently commit to that. Here we do go ahead and have very helpful road signs. So we have Verona, which is a pretty big city, actually. Vicenza, I don't know. But Verona is pretty huge. We have some pretty helpful signs here. But this is going to be Italy. Do I get Italy immediately? If not for that sign that just says Verona, well, we do have short little stubby plates with blue on both sides, which is going to be Italy a lot of the time, or every time. In the back, sometimes multiple countries can have blue on both sides, but Italy will almost always have it, unless it is Sicily. I've seen Sicily not have those. But where is Verona? It's right here, and we know Verona is to the maybe the west there. We do have signs here, but I don't exactly know what they're for. Let's see. We have Noventa. We can pretty much pinpoint this. And Vicenza. There's Vicenza. Where is Noventa? Probably somewhere around here. If we know Verona and Vicenza are to our general west, we should be somewhere around here. Now, is there any way I can find Noventa V here? Because that's going to be where this becomes fairly pinpointable. I'm not the best pinpointer, but this is a very pinpointable round. So I just can't find it. I don't know why that is. I don't really see any signs for Treviso or Venezia or anything like that. And Verona and Vicenza look like they're the same direction, so I didn't really look in here at all. But I don't see any Noventa anything, which it could just be... Like, I know Noventa is pretty much like 90 in Spanish. I don't really know Italian quite so well. I'm just going to go there. We could have tried to pinpoint that. It ends up being in this town. Do I see any sign for Noventa? It would be like around here, right? There it is. Noventa Vicentina. All right. Well, still pretty good points, 17 miles away. And the last round is going to be Russia. We have double white lines here and these signs with the black paint on the bottom. I think people call them socks quite a bit. It's a little bit dry looking, but it's not like unbelievably dry. Like, I wouldn't probably go like Rostov-on-Don here, but I might go like Saratov area. And Russia's pretty tough because it's so big. So it's pretty much just off vibes. I could see it being more east. We have, I mean, somewhat of a north-south road and an east-west road that we're on. So maybe just something that connects there. If I think this is Saratov, maybe just find something that fits. We're on an east-west road, pretty big road too. So maybe something like this. I mean, it's not going to be quite right. That road is what, to our south? Yeah, so, I mean, it fits a little bit. Is this just a straight east-west road? Not quite. There is kind of a bend, so not quite sure exactly. But I would go like here, and there is a road to the north, which maybe somewhat matches up. I'll go there. We are 330 miles away. It was actually east of Samara, but very, very close, and that is my first Geoguessr game of the day. We get 21,605 points. Not too bad, given the seeds, I would say.